Well, before it gets too hot, you've got to make sure that your AC is in top condition. Here's Ross Compton. Well, before it gets too hot outside, you got to think about cooling down your home and doing it in the most efficient and affordable way possible. And that's why we're talking with our good friend Ross Compton from Compton AC and Heating. It's very good to see you, Ross.
I see you again, Shelly.
Now, we are out and about today because we're talking about cooling things down and cooling them down the right way. And we're at one of your customers' house, Mr. and Mrs. Hatcher. Thank you so much for having us into your home today.
Well, we're pleased to have you here.
Well, we're excited to find out about what's going on because this is something that Ross has been talking about for a while, and I haven't replaced my AC unit yet. And I say yet because I know it's coming. But if people do need to replace their unit, this is one of their choices, to replace it with something like this. What do the Hatchers have?
What they bought was a 17.5 SEER Linux system, which is one of the highest SEER ratings that they could get into. They also changed out all their duct work because they were having a lot of duct leakage, allergy problems, I assume dust, things like that. So they researched it. And I know Ms. Hatcher researched very well because she called me many a times with a list. I mean, just here's 9 items I'd like to ask questions about. And that's what we tell people to do. Research it before you just go out and buy something. Don't just buy the first thing that comes along and get into it, check into it. So
let's talk about some of the problems that you were dealing with allergies and dust in the home.
Well, actually, I had an ear infection prompted by allergies for about 3 months, and I absolutely could not hear. And so we were looking for a new unit with to purify the air, to upgrade the air in the house was basically the reason. Of course, it didn't hurt that there were rebates, too. I liked that.
And what about the research that you did? Was Ross easy to talk to? Because that's why I love this guy, because he answers all my questions.
Yes, he was easy to talk to, and the gentleman that came out and did the preliminary measurements and things, he was very knowledgeable and helpful with it. And the bid was good, the unit was good, I was happy.
And you can hear, and you're breathing a little bit better too, right?
Yes, and I can even hear you.
This is a bonus. This is a bonus.
Yeah.
How's the air in the house now, Mr. Hatcher?
Real fine.
Yeah, you can tell a difference?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the rebates, because they took advantage of all the rebates that are out there.
right,
Okay.
they got their Linux rebate, or they're in the process of getting Linux rebate, CPS rebates. They got a CPS equipment rebate and a CPS ductwork rebate, and we match the AC part of it, and they'll get their tax credit at the end of the year when they file tax credits. So they probably got a total of, I'd say, around $3,000, $3,200 in rebates.
That is a lot of money back. And so that's one way that they're going to save. The other way is that they're going to save on their monthly bill, because as soon as it gets hot, you're going to really see some savings. Let's talk about a bill for a house this size, air conditioning unit this size. About what kind of percentage are they going to see in savings?
Well, a normal house this size in this area normally runs somewhere between $175 and $225 a month in the summer months. They ought to see somewhere about a 50, maybe a little bit more, because the ductwork is in such bad shape. So, and that's kind of a low number, but that's a very true number, what they should see once they're able to judge it to something.
So some folks are going to save half their AC bill. Are you ready for that?
Oh, I would be very happy to.
That's a good selling point right there. Plus the health benefits.
Yeah. Well, this is the top. This is what's called the Dave Linux Signature Collection.
Okay.
This is a 2-speed unit, so it delivers, if you need 5 tons of air, it delivers 5 tons of air. If you need 1.5 tons of air, it delivers 1.5. So that's where they're going to get their big savings. Is it's not just going to blow cold air every time it comes on. It's going to give them what they want or what the house needs or calls for.
And of course, something like this is going to last a long time too.
Yes, the average life on this is 17 to 20 years, and that's just
wow.
what they have now, which they also took advantage. They have a 10-year all parts labor warranty. So for the next 10 years, all they have to do is pick the phone up and call us. They don't have to worry about if it breaks, what's going to happen, or anything like that, or what they're going to pay. It's peace of mind. It's repaired, and they're back in cooling. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm ready to come hang out with you guys when it's summertime, because I know where the cool air is going to be for sure.
I can tell you the 10-year work policy on it was a big seller for me, because I had talked with some other companies, and even if they came out, quote, on a frivolous call, it was $79.
Yeah. Mrs. Hatcher did her research, and you can take it from her. I do want to give you some information because we've got the pre-summer tune-up, and if you're a San Antonio Living viewer, when you call Ross and ask about that, he's going to give you the special San Antonio Living price. So as for the pre-summer tune-up, it is $60 right now for our San Antonio Living viewers. All right, there you have it, all the information. And give Ross a call and get that tune-up. And, of course, if you're ready to change up, you can call him at 775-6972. All right, coming up next, we are checking in with our animal expert.